All right, you're welcome back. This is Newsfile. It's your most authoritative news analysis show. And an interesting message that came from Nicholas. Nicholas, I can't help but read your message. He says, another proof that the power of women is biblical. Mona Koti cools down firebrand.
What is right is right.
Okay. Now, Bank of Africa wants me to ask you if you're a public service worker and you need a loan to meet a dire financial need. If you do, here is some good news for you. Apply for a loan from Bank of Africa and you are sure of getting your loan approved within 48 hours. Enjoy up to 5 years to repay. Get a discount on fees and ultimately start repaying the loan after 3 months. Yes, that's some good news. Visit any Bank of Africa branch nationwide for further enquiries. Bank of Africa, they are strong as a group and close as a partner. Now, tomorrow, the footballers will meet at the park. The Omutio guys at their joints. The church folk will share their grace, and friends and family will come over to visit. But now, with MTN Sunday Special, your Sunday just got more special. For only 50 pesos, you can text and talk all day, every Sunday. So who is it you love talking to? Is it your mom, dad, sister, brother, or that special someone? Just keep talking all day, every Sunday with MTN Sunday Special. Send the word YES, Y-E-S, to MTN short code 5050 to sign up and say welcome to the new world. MTN everywhere you go. And Star Assurance, when you walk to their offices for motor and travel policy, what Star Assurance does is to brighten up your world through all your journeys. And when you're working for homeowners, contractors, all risk, fire and allied perils insurance policy, what Star Assurance does is to make you feel like such dangers don't exist in the world at all. So insure with Star Assurance today and be part of the smiling family. 30 solid years of solid insurance. Log on to starassurance.com or visit any of their offices nationwide. The number is 030-224-0632 and enjoy this solid insurance product. Okay, so if you've heard about Medimosis Prostacure, then if you haven't heard about them, you should hear about them today. They have that tea which does some miracle to you. It's a special formulated health drink that improves the following urinary problems in men, and they include frequent urination during the day and night, delayed urination, straining during urination, urgency to urinate, interruption of urine flow, dribbling of urine after urination. Prostacure from Medimosis Prostate Center. They are located at Adenta Barrier, Tema, J. Kujo, or Ahenema Kokobing in Kumasi. You could call them on 020-8140-668. That's 020-8140-668 or 0244-068447. That is Medimosis Prostate Center. Thank you very much. Now, we'll move on to how many minutes do we have? Just about 20 minutes. How much can we do with that? Now, Kweku, once again, sorry, that can't say many sound, but Colic has become, a hotbed, and there are speculations, or should I say, the experts suggest that the seat will not get to the NPP this time if they really mean business because of what is happening. There was an election, and then Nii Noi won. Vincent, he won. There were problems with it, so Philip Addison went to court, and then through the court processes, they were able to come back to have a second election. He initially boycotted, and then later, rescinded that decision and joined, and the voting was done. He lost. Now he says he's going independent. Some say that is where Philip Addison is going to lose. And by Philip Addison losing, he's going to split the votes. And then Zanato Rawlings, if she survives what is going on currently, then she will win. So both parties are fighting within that constituency.
Yes, the if that you brought on board relative to Zanato Rawlings' thing is important. So there's a certain balance there. The situation is still unfolding.
Yeah, one of her challengers has withdrawn.
Yes.
So it's left with only the incumbent MP who's in court.
It's still unfolding. We don't know if, in their case too, might end up with an independent candidate or someone withdrawal syndromes. We are not sure. But I think we should focus on what is available now, what is before us, which is the Nii Noi thing.
Right.
I'd want to deal with that rather than go into the realm of speculation or hypothesis relative to the Zanato one. I'll wait a while.
Okay.
There is much time on our hands to deal with that. Nii Noi, I think he's made a wrong move. The wrong option. He's adopted a wrong option. But I understand him. I appreciate his sentiments. He's hurt. He thinks things were not handled the way we should have handled. My own investigations tells me that the party leadership did not handle this in a very tidy way. I think it was untidy. I've said this many times.
His spokesperson has gone public to say Nana Akufo-Addo is to blame because he's not supported him.
He didn't support it with any evidence. When I say party leadership, it includes Nana. Let me be honest. I'm talking about the leadership even before the Freddie Blay one.
Okay.
And then after Freddie Blay one. There's a link between the events, the circumstances that have led to this situation. Okay.
The NPP has won that seat twice.
Yes.
Now it's the NDC that is there.
Yes. That's always been a hotly contested constituency. I heard Nii Noi make a point to the effect that, look, you recollected history. Harry Sawyer, who won as an independent in that constituency in the 1969, I suspect, 69 elections. And so he thinks that is some precedent. It won't happen. The Harry Sawyer one, if you go into the records, he ran as an independent, but had the backing of the NAL, National Alliance of Liberals, Bediman's party, which didn't file a candidate at that constituency. So that's what happened. And he won by 557 votes against the next opponent, who was a PFP, then PP, Professor Sai, Frederick Sai.
Okay. And maybe Harry Sawyer's pedigree also is a different thing, so he can't be making the
bring all that on board. I was trying to ignore that in order not for anybody to think I'm comparing. But the truth is that the dynamics then are not the same as now. And now you're breaking out from a main party, big one. Okay. Perhaps what he'll be dreaming of or hoping for rather is the NDC also having some splits. But NDC may be looking at this situation carefully and saying, hey, look here, let's get our act together in a better way, because it's a chance. But as I said, I won't go there for now. But the point really is that Nii Noi is a young man. He's got a lot of future. I think he's hurt. I sympathize with him. I think he's not been fairly treated. That's my own view. Okay. I've been challenged by some of the leaders of the party who had some running debates with me. I'm still convinced that the gentleman's case was not properly handled. So sentimentally he's right. But politically, pragmatically, he's made the wrong move. And if he's not careful, it could hurt his future. Because by their constitution, it means that he's exiting. And, he has to look at his future. If he returns at any one stage, it means he's going to start all over again.
When you go independent, you have automatically lost your membership.
Yes, she would explain it much better. And even if you were to come back, some have happened, some have come back.
Yeah.
Joe Wise,
yes,
and all that. But it gives you, it's a tough time. It gives you a new challenge. And as a young man, you got to look at that. But to be honest with you, I backed him. I wanted him to win. Perhaps what he shouldn't have done was to go for the rerun.
Okay.
It would have been more consistent. But he acquiesced and went for the rerun. And so now going independent makes your case look like you are inconsistent or a bit,
a bad loser.
Bad loser.
Okay.
When indeed I don't think he's exactly a bad loser.
Okay. Asla, why risk this constituency?
Well, I don't think the MPP that's what the MPP is doing. But there were issues in that constituency. There were challenges with the manner in which the first election was held. And it was that which led Philip Addison to go to court in the first place. And I think that I agree to some extent with Kweku's assertion that the party didn't quite handle issues well from the inception of this case. And it's as if that is what has cost us the Nii Noi's decision. But I'll also urge him to, well, I would have been happy if he hadn't taken this decision now and had allowed tempers to cool and reason to prevail a little bit and thought through his options before deciding to do this. It appears to me that he acted a little bit in the heat of the moment, and that's not always the best frame of mind within which to be, to take such major decisions as this. He is a political animal. Unfortunately, I don't know him too well. But if you've been a constituency chairman and have stood as a candidate, it means you are envisioning a future for you in politics within a political framework. Now, if you take this decision which removes you from that, what does to you, that does to you is that you're setting yourself up to go solo. You're on your own. Now, for now, some of your backers may egg you on, go, but they may also have their motives. And maybe I shouldn't be saying this now because I'm also in the same position. So
your election is when?
I have no idea.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a problem.
There's a good deal of campaign, dose of campaign going on within the constituency. That's where I live, so I see it.
Yes, and sometimes it's the manner in which the party handles its agreements which allows some of these things to happen. That's why I'm saying that I can also understand where he's coming from, but I don't agree with the decision he's taking, because what he's done now is to remove himself from that. And if he had just hung on a bit and let tempers prevail, maybe there may have been ways to resolve the fallout without him going in.
It's important to still reach out to him.
Oh, sure. Oh, I'm absolutely sure that there's
so
all
as a
manner of
party, perhaps if he got a promise that, you know, if the MPP won, he will get some small job.
That
Maybe
should
I'm not
be
in a
directed at
position.
Addison rather.
I am not
This
in a
one you are
position.
talking about
Should be directed at Addison.
Addison
for both
rather
parties.
before the contest.
Okay.
Kwekwe, I don't agree with you
No,
there.
I agree.
For both
Look,
parties.
Addison should have forgone his parliamentary ambition.
That's
I'm
it.
sorry.
Take
I'm
it from
sorry,
me.
but I don't agree with you there, and I'll say why.
You have look,
When
politics
the
is not just a
original
textbook.
decision was taken to hold the primaries at such short notice, and they protested, what would it have hurt the party to have just said, okay, let's postpone it for a week? Somebody wanted a particular outcome, and so rammed that decision through against all advice, and that's the genesis of this problem.
I agree, but
That is the
you
genesis.
cure
So you
the
need-
mischief not by this whole thing. Now
Well,
we're back to square
okay.
one, aren't we?
We're not exactly back to square one. So there have been things done which have led us to that position. But I think that for Nii Noi, what he's done is tantamount to political suicide. Because let's face it, the percentage of independents who win is very, very low.
Sure.
So you can't say that there have been some successes and so you will also be that. And you need to look at the dynamics of your own setup before you decide whether you stand a chance of success or not. Or it may be, if I can't get it, then no one else can get it. But then that would not be the proper motive within which to go inside. And like Kweku, I also agree. If he hadn't contested at all, then he would have made a stronger case. But is he only complaining now because he lost? Because when the counting was going on, they started counting his ballots. His supporters were jubilating and were pouring powder on him because they thought he had won.
He says there was overvoting.
Well, whatever it was, if he had won, would he have said that, no, there was something wrong with
We
the
are told there
process?
was overvoting, even to the extent that a dead person, voted. Somebody who had died and the person's funeral was ongoing on the day. That person voted. Yeah, quickly.
From what from your submission, Ursula, don't you think that the party could have been more proactive with this? And because I think that from what I'm hearing, I don't know the intricacies of the case too well, but I do think that this could have been avoided, completely avoided, because when I listened to Nii Noi's statement, and I think as well as being emotional, you can tell that there's some deep-rooted grievance that seem legitimate. So I think
he refers to an event in the US where he attended, and he wasn't introduced by an Anado.
Yeah, I mean,
and he feels bad because all others in his league were introduced.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that. So we need to find out whether indeed that is what happened.
He's hurt. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I am deeply aggrieved.
Thank you, Samson.
Right.
For me,
but I'm still in it.
in the Osu-Kole consistency, I live in that area.
Okay.
I will wait and see how things work out.
Well, your vote is known already, isn't it?
Well, I believe that every political party must work as a team.
Okay.
So you must decide who you're going to put out and do that well in advance. So, that's what I'll say. But I'd like to just draw attention to some of the wonderful things that have happened in the Osu area. Of course, some that started under the NPP regime, like the Job 600, but the important thing was it got finished this time, and now we have a wonderful office.
Going independent?
No, I'm talking about Osu. Nii Noi lives in Osu. He's standing for But Osu is really now the true metro hub within Accra, and I think that has been great, and I love this green book so much that I always want to talk about the green book, even when it doesn't apply. But even if there are, the general concept is that Ghana has moved forward. I was shocked when in the brochure, and this is what hurt me the most, Ghana is a low-income country.
Yes.
No way at all. Ghana is moving into a middle-income. Can you imagine, Esla? That was so painful. But this green book shows you that Ghana is a solid, close to middle-income.
But what do you say? What do you say about your own party's problems within that constituency?
We NDC, we are strong as a team, and no matter what happens, we come out strong, and we are working it out. So we are fine. We don't have a problem.
Would you prefer to have Zenato there?
I'd like to have a woman.
Okay.
I'd like to have a woman.
When in the events in that constituency settled down. She says that you're fine and
that we resolve internal wranglings and then move forward, because the important thing is for us to come back into power and be able to finish what we started.
Okay, you need to keep that seat, so you have to do everything to keep it. Well,
exactly.
If you don't, well, the NPP is ready to take it away from you.
They will not take it from us.
Because they've held it before. Esla, if I may hear you just a minute or two on the final issue that we tabled for discussion. What is the problem that some of the parties have with the EC running a pilot of the voting system to test its systems?
I find it really weird. This isn't the first time we've had a biometric registration system. So I don't know what they mean by running a pilot to test what?
To test the new kits.
Yes.
The new kit.
The kit is not new.
No, they've upgraded.
They've upgraded
Have they
it.
really?
Yes, it has been
How did they
upgraded.
upgrade it?
It's been upgraded. So it must be tested to ensure that all those old issues that happen with thumbprints and so forth doesn't happen. I think it's a great idea to ensure an event-free election.
I think those...
it's been upgraded.
What I know
heard those who are against,
upgraded.
who have been campaigning for a new register, rather say that should not be the EC's priority.
No, we're talking...
No.
But you didn't allow me to finish making my point.
The roadmap, but specific. If this matter is what is
Sorry
before
about
us, I think there isn't much of a big deal here. It's just to test the efficacy of the upgrading. Of maybe they should have been wider, the spread, the scope, the coverage.
It's going to be in all the regions, but yes, not because it's a pilot.
Yeah, but I still think it's a bit limited.
You think it should be wider?
I think the NPP has
I'm sure EC will take that on.
For me, I have nothing against them.
I mean, how do you do a pilot in two polling stations in each
The coverage
region?
is a bit limited.
Two polling stations. What are you testing? Now, if you want to know whether it can stand up to pressure, and so you need to do it on a wider enough scale to determine whether or not it can stand up to the actual conditions of the actual registration this system. And I think that the EC isn't being very truthful to us. What they have done is to cannibalize some of the existing kits, to repair some of the kits. So we have fewer kits
than
we have.
That?
Oh, yes.
Cannibalize?
Is that a fact?
That's serious.
Yes, that's the information that I have.
The EC
Then that's
seriously,
where I
obviously
sit
is interested
in
in doing a
Parliament.
good job.
Yes, for purposes of
I
pressure,
sincerely hope so.
perhaps it should be wider, but it is to test the
Yes,
upgrade.
that's the purpose.
That is the purpose.
But I
Yeah.
needed 2 minutes to talk about an issue which is not on your agenda. But and it is important. It's about JB Dankwa's death.
Okay.
And I have a particular interest in this matter because my son, in 2 days, it will be 2 years since Fennec was also killed in the same manner, asleep in his bed and stabbed to death. To date, we don't know who did it, and nothing has been done to find out who did it. The reason why JB's killers have been apprehended so quickly was because public-spirited individuals volunteered the information that they had. I am concerned at the manner in which this has been glossed over. I don't know how those people are being treated and whether they are being suitably commended and rewarded for being, well, not thinking about their own safety, but volunteering that information that led to the apprehension of JB's killers within 48 hours of his death. Please, I have tried to get information and some people have refused to take my call. That's why I'm sitting here. It is important that we encourage the citizens to come out with information that they have about crimes that they may have knowledge of. And if we don't treat those who volunteer this information well, it is a disincentive for others to also proffer that information, which may lead to the solution of those cases. So I am appealing to the police administration to ensure that those informants who provided the information that led to the arrest of JB's killers are treated very well, so that it will encourage anybody who knows anything about Fennec's death to also come forward. Until you get that information, the family can never have closure. We don't have closure. I'm glad JB's family can have closure. But let's deal properly with those informants.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Samuel Brian Boabing says that Esla Owusu and Dr. Jemima Nunu and Honorable Monakote, you have said all the right things needed to be told. This is what discerning minds want to hear. Kudos, ladies. And then Abdul Rahman Abdul Latif says, please tell Madame Mona to try mentoring young ladies. She is an epitome of humility, knowledge, and beauty. I don't mean any disrespect to the other ladies. Thank you very much. Just feel free to share your views as you do them. And as always, the show is brought to you by Bank of Africa, strong as a group and close as a partner. MTN, welcome to the new world. Star Assurance, creating smiles since 1985 and celebrating 30 years of solid partnership. Thank you very much for tuning in here and being with us on the program throughout up to now. My outfit, as always, is provided by Latida, and I'm in this outfit particularly because I'm mourning with my CEO, Kwesi Chum, who lost the mother who was buried just yesterday. We wish you God's guidance. I've never seen a man so down to earth, hardworking and blessed. Thank you very much for everything. And say thank you to Parliament also, Honorable Dua Jaho and the men and women in Parliament for beginning to deal with the right to information bill. Thank you very much. Let's pass it as quickly as we can so that we will not have to write letters to Monacote and the rest and threaten them with deadlines to go to court.
Samson, it won't be a quick process. There are 52 pages of amendments.
Yes.
And even the first clause
these amendments have been approved by the committee long ago. Thank you very much. My guests have been Abdul Malik Kweku Bako, he's editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide newspaper. Dr. Jemima Nunu, she is a lecturer, business school, GIMPA. Also, Esla Owusu Ekofo is member of Parliament for Ablekuma West constituency. I wish you the very best in your elections. Yes, I must state my bias that I wish you win.
Thank you. I will.
Yes.
Same here. I hope
And
there's
then
no Nii Noi there.
there's a Theo there. Then Mona Helen Korte, she's Deputy Minister of Finance.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for honoring our invitation and coming to the studios.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm privileged.
It's our pleasure as well.
All right.
Thank you for having
So
us.
the news is up next. Have a good afternoon.